I am that I am. Adamus Germain. And I am that I am, so very, very proud of all of us, Imzaia. Whoa, Imzaia. Whoa. You are sitting here. You have no idea at all what you have just accomplished together with us. So I know that some of you have felt something, but what actually took place, what you actually did together with us, that was truly amazing. We took what was once called the new energy onto this planet Earth, and we took it right up so that it filled every potential there is in the universe, transforming it to free energy. Free energy is something completely different than what you think it is. Some of you have yet to experience this free energy, and that is because you are, as Joshua just said, you are the next level. It's gonna happen again, and it's just gonna get stronger and stronger and stronger as it keeps on happening all across this planet Earth. It doesn't mean that once you do something like this, it just affects a specific area of the planet. What you did here affected the entire planet. And it means that if you're doing it again and again and again, it will continue to affect the planet. And not just the planet, it will affect the people on the planet, and the animal life, and the plant life, and the mineral life, and the cosmic life that resides here. Again, you have no idea what you have just done, but I know, and I wish to let you know how very grateful I am, how very grateful we all are. We are in awe of the things that you are accomplishing. We are your very, very humble servants. And I thank you. I thank you for what you are doing to the planet. Oh, I know that you are just sitting here now and thinking, but I'm just here in a hotel room somewhere, undergoing a seminar, experiencing a seminar, and yeah, it's pretty cool, it's pretty interesting. But no, it's much more than pretty interesting. It is changing everything. And this will continue to happen. It will continue to happen on planet Earth, that people who once believed they were small, once believed they were worth nothing, are changing the planet. Do you think that the great ones in history knew what they were doing? Do you think that the great ones that changed the face of the earth and the way humanity was living understood that what they were activating was a grand moment indeed? No, of course they didn't. They thought of themselves as small sometimes as well. They didn't realize the effect that some of the things would have. Take a very dear friend of mine, Martin Luther King, for instance. Do you think that he knew that that speech, "I have a dream," that speech would travel the earth and still would continue to travel the earth? Do you think he knew this? Of course he didn't. He had nerves as he was going up on that stage. And although many people believe that he wrote that channeling, I would almost say, that lecture right before he went upstage. Well, he did have papers with him, yes. But on those papers are not the words that were once spoken, that were finally spoken. He brought in that energy, much in the same way as you are bringing in this energy. So be aware. Be very aware of the fact that the energy of the planet is changing and will continue to change. And like Imzaia, the Great One, has said yesterday, one of the important spaces of this change is right here, Den Helder, with the other one in Peru, and the third one, well, look at the map, dear ones, look at the map. Oh, my brothers and sisters, it's so amazing to see you here now, and to see the faces that you now carry, and to see the roles that you used to play. And you know, as we used to come here into spaces such as this one, in the very recent past, it used to feel as though we were entering on stage together with you, where you were playing out your life. The interesting thing now, and this is a first for me, it's a new experience for me as well. The interesting thing now is that I don't feel that I am on stage with you, but that I am in your dressing room. The dressing room where you put on your makeup, or you put on your costume right before you go on stage, or right after you leave the stage. You understand what I mean? That means that you are creating a space that is much closer to your actual energy, your actual self, your divine self, than it used to be. And that just happened mere moments ago. So get ready to feel those changes. Get ready to feel those effects fully and completely. You are magnificent. You are the waves coming in to planet Earth. I again bid you my deepest of respect. But of course, before I turn this again into a half-hour lecture, and I know we have to keep the timekeeper, much more than that obviously, if you want it. Same goes for all of you. But before we turn this into a half an hour of lecturing again, I would like to open the room now for questions. Is there anyone who has a first question? You are invited to stand up and to take your space here next to me. Of course. Aloha. Sit down.
Hi. My question has to do with the illusion. Yesterday and the day before, we spoke about illusion, or form being illusion, and right afterwards we spoke about geometry. But to me, geometry is also a form. Well, how can that then not be an illusion?
Okay. It's a very interesting question actually, and one that you are not just coping with. It's one that several people on this planet are coping with right now. Let's see how I'm going to answer this one, because of course there are so many different levels from which to answer a question such as this. When we speak about the concept of illusion, then what we mean, in fact, is not just that there is matter, and that matter isn't real. It is your perception that you have on the matter that is all around you. And it is the perception that either creates the illusion or doesn't create the illusion. For instance, the perception of your body and the floor here and the walls and everything. It seems that these are fixed things that you have little control over. It is because the vibration of that energy that is your body is so very slow. That is why you seem not to be able to fix it, to change it. However, geometry is quite a different ballpark. Geometry is not the energy that is creating your reality all around you. It is actually something which is beyond energy. It are, well, the only word I can use is monoids. And a monoid is a package of tachyon photonic energy that is preparing itself to become that which you here call energy onto this planet Earth. So, the only difference, except for the energy signature that your body has and that geometry has, the only difference besides that is that you are taught to believe that you have no control over your body or anything else around you, and that these items are fixed. Geometry is not part of the illusion because it is variable.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
I have another question.
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. Thank you very much. Clan keeper.
Excuse me, what was that?
Clan keeper. No, no. Kind sir. Hello. Have a seat. Good to see you again.
Again?
Yes. I saw you last night.
I didn't see you.
Oh, you saw me. Here you go.
I have a question. Somebody told about a united field or 0-point energy or grid or photon, tachyon energy. Is that all the same? Is there a difference?
Yes, okay. Well, of course, yes, there is a difference. If you talk about 0-point field energy, that's basically the amount of energy that is required if you want to create a black hole. 0-point field energy takes energy which is not localized on planet Earth. It's not localized in this universe. It is central sun energy, in effect. And that means it is unlimited. If you look at the energy of planet Earth, for instance, it is a limited set of energy potentials, an energy movement, because the planet only requires so much energy to create all the matter that it needs to be complete. 0-point field energy is coming from a totally different space. It is coming from the center of all the universes put together. So this is an energy source, 0-point field, that science will soon discover is very interesting indeed. Unfortunately, they have already discovered it, and it's the military science that has discovered it, trying to turn this into a weapon. However, since it is central sun energy, this will not be allowed to happen in this universe. It cannot. It is impossible for the central sun to harm anyone, and especially for its energy to harm anyone. If, in effect, a type of weapon would be produced and it would be used, it would only benefit people, even though the military might believe it would destroy millions and millions. So that is 0-point field. Now, tachyon and photonic energy, if you look at any given cell, a cell of your body for instance, if you go deep within the cellular structure of the cell itself, and you will see that the cell is made up of an atomic, an atom core, around which electrons revolve. Now, if you go into the nucleus, the center of an electron, and you see that an electron basically is created by photonic energy. Photonic energy is that type of energy that has barely scratched the surface of this universe. Means it's very small, very pure at the same time, and just above the boundary which defines time and space. Tachyon is right underneath that, and it is basically the boundary of time and space. Tachyon energy is completely disconnected from space, especially, and from time. Now, it is tachyon energy that allows central sun energy again to flow into the universe and to enter a field of space and time. So where the 0 point field would basically be the energy of the central sun itself, the tachyon photonic energy is deep within the cell's core, that which is creating your cells. You see? But it is not the energy itself, it is the border of the energy. So that's the difference between 0 point field and tachyon photonic. Does that answer your question?
Yes, but I will see it again on the tape.
Yeah, I know.
The field of all possibilities. Het veld van alle mogelijkheden. Is that the same?
The field of all possibility. Well, I would say the field of all potential. The field of all potential is also based on tachyon photonic energy, yes. So this is the same and it isn't the same. You see, you are talking about multidimensional concepts here. And potentials are something that exists outside of our universe, but that make up the foundation for all possibilities within the universe. So you could say that the field of all possibility, or the field of potential, is a poetic description of that which lies beyond the field of magnetics. And that is something that actually exists beyond vibration. Actually, what you will discover soon is that potentials are linked to that which you call the Akene, right here. And that potentials, in fact, are expressions, I'm going to try to use a poetic way to describe it. Potentials are expressions of God trying to manifest Him, herself. So this is beyond anything. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your technical questions. It's always, to me, it's very fascinating to answer these things. I was studying it a lot when I used to have a body. Now I can't even touch a book. Imagine having to go to the bathroom. Anyone else? Over there? Yeah, come on over. Then we'll take someone from here because I've been looking over there all the time. Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. I'd like to know something about abortion and euthanasia in English word. Yeah, thought so, but pronunciation is a bit difficult.
Ah, it's fine.
And when it happens, does it infect at that moment the soul? Does it give a lot of pain?
Okay.
That's
what your question is about. A very clear answer, no.
Yeah, I thought so, but
Yes.
I hoped.
When euthanasia or when abortion happens, this is always based on what the soul wants. Any abortion that happens on the planet, and I will probably get in trouble with a lot of people across planet Earth right now, but every abortion on the planet that happens is requested. It is the soul's intention to come in, to connect to a or two parents, and to have this experience together. It is sometimes very fascinating for a soul to have that short, brief time of existence on planet Earth, even within the womb of another body. Why? Because these are oftentimes souls that need to just get a taste of what is happening on the Earth and then to go back again. You see? And it allows the parents that need to finally do the abortion, it allows them a learning curve, a learning process. And the same goes for euthanasia. So that's fine, don't worry about all these things. Okay?
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. This will help a lot of people.
I think so.
Anyone here? You?
I wonder if you could help me. It seems that I create
It seems you do.
balance, an imbalance in my life. I follow my passion. The things I do, I really get high on the scale of my words. But there is an imbalance that the work, the time I spend on it and the work I do it, and so little people are interested and I wanted to reach more people.
Okay. Again, interesting question because it is not just about you. This is a question that a lot of people will have that will be listening to this or watching this later on. The easy answer, you're not doing anything wrong. There's two parts to this answer. The first one is what I would call time-space management. You know, many people in the business life today are talking about time management and how this is so important, but what they would have to really look at is time-space management. Sometimes new techniques are introduced onto planet Earth, new healing modalities. This one that is actually based on what is stored within your DNA is one that no longer takes power away from people, that actually you don't really need to see as a healing technique at all. It is just a way of opening someone up to their highest potential, right? The reason why I'm talking about time-space management with you is that it is taking a while for all of that energy, all of that information to download. And that is why right now, and in the recent past, it has taken you time and it hasn't really returned anything through the space field, so to speak, in reality. Time-space management, if you look at it from that point of view, then you just need some more time to bring it all in. And then you will see the space around you opening up. Another thing is that it needed to be done in a free energy world, that which you are setting out to do. And I don't want to talk about it too much yet, because it's going to be so much more interesting if you are going to finally activate it completely. And then the second part of the answer would be that you needed to wait, because the modality, the technique, whatever you want to call it, that you are developing is especially going to connect, and that's all I'm going to say about it. It's especially going to connect to that subject that Lemoya has talked about yesterday. As you know, something is going on with the children of planet Earth. They're speeding up. Their vibration is getting quicker and quicker and quicker, and what doctors are doing is they try to keep it down. Your technique, at least one aspect of it, because it's going to do much more than that, will allow those children that have been pushed down by drugs, will allow them to reach a normal level of evolution again. Do you understand this? Because as you look at these kids and what they're going through and the pills that they're forced to take, that would have permanent physical damage. This system that you're doing is not about healing, it's about authenticating, returning it back to the authentic state of being, and that's what it's all about. So that's what you're actually going through, and I know it's a bit difficult because you need to wait a very long time. But that is what is going on. So just look out for these children, and if you want to reach a wider audience, that too will become available. But I am suggesting to you right now then, if you want to do that, there are parents already looking out for the solution. There are parents that are already ready to receive more information about the damage that has been done to their children. The problem you're having is that these parents oftentimes are not in a spiritual context. If they were, they wouldn't be giving the children that drugs. So you need to find a way to open yourself up to the outside world out there. And it's not just about the people here, it's about the people out there. So it doesn't also mean that you have to scientifically clarify your technique, you just have to show that it works. And parents, as they will see the results, the heavy results on their children that have undergone those treatments of medication, they will be very happy to find someone that has the ability to restore the damage that they basically and society has done. So prepare to be here on this planet for a very long time. It was very funny to me last night when you were trying to explain what you were doing, and I was having a energy cigarette over there with Katumi, and we were laughing at you and saying, "Oh, she thinks she's gonna do that, eh?" Fascinating. But that is your answer. I hope that satisfies you. Thank you. Oh.
I feel so weird.
Oh, honey, we all do.
It's this and the heart.
Yes.
And I don't have a question. Maybe this is the question.
What do you think you've been going through the last few days? You have been opening up, my dear. You have been opening up to more than you ever were. You are reclaiming parts of yourself that haven't been there before in your life. Do you understand that?
No.
No. You can feel it. You have been taking away some of the clouds that were making sure that you couldn't see the real truth, also about yourself. You are getting closer to that truth now. And the reason why you're feeling it here, because that's where your truth is, at the heart. But the reason why you feel strange here is because you are birthing a type of action. Action is required on your part. Now, most people here saw the flyer that you created and the work that you're going to be doing. It is always a blessing to see people look out for the children if they're doing it in a scientific way or if they're doing it in a heart-to-heart way, through the parents, through the children themselves, to learn about the personalities and the patterning and everything. So that's fine, that's wonderful. But there's a lot more waiting for you. A lot more. And there's a lot of action still required from your part. It's not that you have to do paperwork or that you have to fill out stuff, get ready. That's not it. It is about choosing who you truly are. And that is what you're feeling. You're getting closer to who you truly are, and you're a little bit afraid of it. Because with that knowing comes power. And with that power comes great responsibility. And that responsibility scares the shit out of you. Was I subtle enough? Yeah, that is what is happening. Thank you. Hello, my dear.
Adamus. Yeah, it's for me hard to believe and accept. It's a possibility that I believe that it is. Why is it that it hold me back?
Actually, I know that a part of you must grow tired of it. Because the mind inside of you keeps repeating the same pattern over and over and over again. At the same time, I think you are really strong, and I think you are really bold, powerful, courageous, because you keep doing it anyway. It's not easy to keep doing it. And of course, again, with the 141st piece cut away, it is almost impossible to realize that you are God. The belief system is one thing that is difficult, but the actual realization of it is even more difficult. But tell me this, what is making it so difficult for you?
I think religion.
The religion that has told you about God? Yeah.
I feel it.
Okay, then do this. If you feel small compared to God, then just allow God to be small for a change. See God as big as you see yourself. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't accept the fact that you are God, then it's not because of religion. It's because of the fact that you can't accept that you are big. You are all that is. It's not about God, it's about you, my dear. It's your personality that can't accept it. So let the personality go. Let it go. That's all you need to do. Leave God out there. Especially the image that you have.
I know that all the listeners and know that it is different, but I can take it
Well, I understand, but just leave that God that you were taught about, the religion, up there. It's a mindful God. Yes. Feel it in you. And don't feel it as big as you. Feel it smaller than you. Begin small. See God as this little butterfly or whatever that is flying around in your body, and let it become bigger every day until it fills your body. And then, as it grows bigger, so do you. You see? Don't accept anything else like that. Thank you. So, you wanted to ask a question.
There was spoken about that truly pain doesn't exist.
Yes.
Yes, but we all have a lot of experiences in all the lives we have
pain is not truly, but the memory is truly.
Yes.
And that is in all our systems. And we are born with that system. And what is the use that we bring all those pain memories with us? And that we have that in our system, and what can we do about it? How can we cope with it? Because when we still have our memories of pain with us, when we carry that with us, it's difficult to have our next step into evolution and in our growth.
Thank you. A very interesting question, actually. The pain is, as you said, just a memory engram that was implanted. It isn't real. It is implanted. Yes. You can feel it. Yes, I know. This is basically coming down to the difference between that which you could call the Akash and that which you could call the Akonai. It's a word that was used at the beginning of the Universal Manifest, and we haven't been working with that a lot because the Akonai was just a preparation for the Akene, right? So, older memories of pain, of death, all of those things are stored as an experience. If you were to go to the Akonai, then you know all you can store there is authentic feeling. Pain is never an authentic feeling, it is an emotion. Emotions are not supposed to come from life to life to life. The only reason why you are feeling this strong in this life right now, all of you are feeling it this strong in this life. Yes, yes. That is because, as others have said already, this is your top life. Right? That means this is a coming together of all the other lives that you have ever lived and are living right now. The top life needs to integrate all of these different layers because you're going to need all of them. It is like Kutumi and the others have said before. It's pretty easy to explain actually, but I'm just trying to see if it's actually going to make a difference with you, for you, to you. It's like they've explained before, you need to realize that pain and the sensation of pain is no more unpleasant than the sensation of joy. It is the judgment that you have about the pain that is making it so difficult. You see? So if you allow yourself to integrate it fully, instead of experiencing it as something unpleasant, if you do not identify with it, but if you accept it fully and unify with it, then you reclaim all that old energy that is still part of you, but that has been put into certain patterning. As you are in this top life right now, a very short while, you will have the ability to reinvent the patterning. Basically what you will be doing is, as was said here this weekend, reboot or wash your energy so that it's pure again. And it has no longer the remainders of all of these old types of patterning. That's what's happening. Now, in your lives, you have often played the role of someone who was doing a lot of things for other people, and instead of being rewarded for it, you were punished for it every single time. Because those others would rather claim what you were doing for them as theirs than to give you any type of credit. You have chosen lives of slavery in the past, lives of Wiccans in the past, witches, yes, in the past, and so many of these people that really came to earth with a message and were usually punished because of the message. So that needs to be undone, all of that. But first you need to take all of it together and don't see it as an identification. Don't say there's me and there's my pain, even though it is in the body, but see it as one thing. It is all you. And you have the power to change you. You don't have the power to change the mind. You only have the power to change you and to not allow the mind to come in. If you do that, the pain will eventually go away. We will see you again the coming 5 days. This is something that we will work on. Because, as you will learn in the coming 5 days, the illusions that you're mastering aren't just based on what happened to you this life, but since this is your top life, it's about all the illusions that run through all of your lives and how they affected all of those lives. And that's something that we'll bring up in the coming days. But you will get rid of it. Okay? Well, thank you so much. Come here. Do we have more time? That's a good creation. If you don't have a clock, you have a clock. Okay. Well then, my beloved Imzaia, it was, as always, fun to answer your questions. It isn't always as fun to see you frustrated as you can get. You can sometimes get so frustrated. I'm just talking to one of you. I'm talking to all of you. All of you can get so very fucked up. And you do it to yourself. You do it to yourself because you don't yet allow yourself to see the complete and full you. If you do, you will see things changing in your lives, becoming more different. You are always the master of your reality. Always. And as you are bringing all of these pieces together now, you will see in the coming days and weeks, I'm not speaking of the coming years, I'm speaking of the coming days and weeks, and that's why you're here now. That's why you're doing these things. That's the point. Because the time of change is happening to you right now. All I can ask of you, all of you, don't give in now. Don't give up now. Don't you think that the mind would have nothing better than you giving up near the end of this journey? Because then that would mean that all the energy that you have built up all over the years, all of it, that is about ready to climax, is gone and is there available for the mind to use. That's why you're being attacked right now. You are amazing power sources right now. And as you are learning how to claim your power, then it becomes dangerous for those who would harvest it. So don't allow that to happen. Claim your energy right now. And you will see in the coming days and weeks what that is all truly about. All of it. So don't give up. Just hold on. You will feel the energy build up more strong than even now. Why? Because multidimensional energy builds up in an exponential way. At first it goes really slow, but near the end, if you have this much energy all around you, it just exponentially increases. At a certain point it will become almost unbearable. It could feel like you want to burst out of your skin. Well, let it happen. Let it happen. Your skin is not real anyway, but your power is. It's real. And then there is one more thing that I would like to say before we finish, and I would like to say that to you, because you didn't ask your question. Oh yes, I know, but that's why I wanted to answer it for you. Anyway, your question was about us working together and about all of that information that you had stored lately, and how can you bring that out, that you needed my help. Yes. Well, first of all, you don't need my help. You don't need my help. I need your help. And there was silence. I need your help, much in the same way as I need all of your help. Don't you understand? By opening your mouth, my dear. By speaking up. It's time for you to claim who you are. And you and I have been working together for a very long time. No, but now is the time to open your mouth, to start speaking and to trust the process. Do you think for any channel it's easy to sit there and talk for hours and hours and hours without knowing what you're going to be saying? No, but you just allow the process to happen. That's all you need to do. Well, you're talking. Come sit over here. Oh, that's good. Yeah. There she is. Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. Why do you need my help? What do you think you cannot do?
I am just too short working with alien, with Leave Your World, to that's my fear, to answer the questions that I'm certain will be asked. And that's what are moments that I need for help.
But I am always there. So, if you want my help, you got it. But you need to realize that you don't really need it. All you really need from me is assurance. The fact that there is someone standing behind you, so to speak, supporting you. You don't need my help, you need my support. So I will support you, obviously. And I have already told you, I've already spoken through
Yes,
you.
yesterday
Yes.
I was sitting on the toilet.
One of my favorite spots.
And then you said, follow me, I'll teach you, and then
How
you
to
will
flush.
reach the stars. Yes, I know. And I know.
Yes, you will. Definitely. No doubt about it. And why the toilet?
I don't know. You mentioned it so often. So.
Because you were letting go.
Okay.
Understand? Okay. So go for it. And I will continue talking to you. Don't be afraid.
I am not afraid.
Okay.
No.
Great. Great. And so, my time has come. Is there anybody interested in a visit to the toilet really soon? You. Oh, dear Imzaia, you have no idea how good it feels to be loved by you. You have no idea how wonderful it is to have the chance to finally start talking like a normal person to you. This feels so good. If I look at the work that has been written about me by so many others, and I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about all the others as well. If I look at the pictures that were painted sometimes, if I look at the books that were written about me, if I look at the things that were speculated about my history, about my past and my interactions with so many others, the only way I could actually communicate to this planet Earth for such a long time was to follow those guidelines that you gave me, because you were defining my energy. You were saying, Adamus is such and such and such a person, and he has this type of accent, and he is this type of energy, so this is probably the way that we need to expect to see him. But I am that I am. So if I am a part of you, and you conceptualize me in a certain way, do you give me the liberty to be who I am? Now you do. Now I can finally talk to you from the heart. And that has been such a long time since I was able to do that. I haven't been able to do it with the Shambra, I have. And I'm able to do it now with you. And I hope that this is the energy that will sweep the planet. Correction. I don't hope it, I know it. You need to understand that I am nothing if not you. There is nothing better about me than there is about you. I am the same. The only thing that I mastered are the illusions, is the mind, and is the fact that you need to die on this planet, is the fact that you need to be limited on this planet, is the fact that you need to have a body, is the fact that you need to be small. I have flown dragons since my liberation into the energy world. I have danced on the ring systems of planets. I have touched the heart of a star as I was going into it, accessing that portal. And I have touched the face of God, and I found myself in my very heart. And I, in my meditations, visualize all of you doing exactly that. And I am proud, because you are that you are. Imzaia, you are that you are. Be proud, keep your head up, and know that change is coming. It's not decades away, it's not years away, it's not even half a year away. The thing that you have been waiting for is at hand. Get ready. And so it is.